Hey guys, so now we're going to go ahead and code our health sprite. So to begin, we're going to go ahead and click on the yellow events tab, and we're going to add a when I receive. We're going to change this to start. So to begin, we want to go ahead and set a couple of things, both the location, where we want our health to start, and whether or not we need it cloned in order so that it can shrink the actual size of it. So to do this, we're going to go onto our variables tab, and we're going to add two set blocks. The first one is going to be our health. You guys can go ahead and give the amount of health that you want for your player. I'm just going to go easy and put 100. Next, I'm going to go ahead and look for my clone for my next set block. And for this one, I'm just going to type in no. Again, pay attention to the way I spelled it. I made sure that it's all lowercase and that there was no space, just to make sure that the code works later on when we use it for other things. Next, we're going to place it. So we're going to go to the Blue Motions tab and add a go to X 166 and Y 112. And then at the very bottom, we're going to go onto Control and add a delete this clone. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and pick where we want to start off with. So we're going to go to the yellow events tab, and we're going to add a when I receive start again. I'm going to go on to looks and add a switch costume to outside. Next, I'm going to go on to Control, add a wait 1 second, and add a create clone of myself underneath that. Okay. Next, I want to make sure that I have how my actual health is going to work. So I'm going to go to the yellow events tab and add a when I receive start again. I'm going to go onto Control and add a forever. And inside, I'm going to go ahead and add a change health by -0.3, which is how, kind of like how hunger works over time, little by little, it starts chipping away off of your health. So underneath that, we're going to go ahead and add a if. So we're going to add an if then. And what we're going to go ahead and do is, in operators, we're going to use the greater than symbol. We're going to change this to 100. We're going to change this empty bubble from the variable tab to our health bubble. So when our health is greater than 100, we're going to go ahead and set health back to 100. This is just to make sure that we don't go over. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another if then underneath. And we're going to use the same symbol, so we're just going to go ahead and duplicate this and add it into the diamond shape. I'm going to move my health over to the 100, and this empty bubble I'm going to change to a 1. So when my health here is less than 1, what are we going to do? We're just going to reset it. So I'm setting my health to 0. So next I'm going to go ahead and control what I want to happen to my clone. So I'm going to go onto Control, and I'm going to start this off by adding a when I start as a clone. I'm going to go into variable, and I'm going to set my clone variable to yes, all lowercase. Then inside of my Blue Motions tab, I'm going to go ahead and add a go to X 166, Y 112. Under, we're going to go into looks and add a switch costume to inside. And then we're going to go onto Control and add a forever. Inside of the forever, we're going to add a go to front layer. And then we're going to add a set size to 100%. And we're going to add our health. bubble. So as our health goes down, it's also going to shrink the size as well, and that's how we get that effect. The last thing that we're going to code is what graphics we want to happen for our health. So we're going to go inside the yellow events tab, and we're going to add a when I receive. And we're going to click on health. Once we do, underneath this, we're going to go onto control. We're going to add an if then. Inside of the diamond shape, we're going to go into operators and use the equal sign. The empty bubble is going to be a variable, which is our clone. And the 50 is going to be a no. We're going to go on to looks. And we're going to set brightness to 100 inside of the if then. Then we're going to go on to control and add a repeat 10 underneath the set block, which we're going to go ahead and change to 25. We're then going to go ahead and go into looks and add a change brightness by -4. And the last thing that we're going to go ahead and do is underneath the repeat, we're going to go ahead and add a clear graphic effects. And with that, we are all done with our health. We're going to go ahead and move on to the boost.